I don't think the Rockets are going to stop scoring. You know, when you play with this advantage,
you just got to hold them off for like the next 4 minutes.
I'll tell you what, Bielitsa is 3 of 4, and at 48% on threes.
That's the experience coming out. When you join a team like this, obviously the way the Warriors play, you got high IQ. You know how to play ball.
I think one of the funniest things is Augustine will get the 3 free throws. Is when Bielitsa's with Minnesota and Sacramento. We spent the end of last season with Miami, but immediately was, I'll go to the Warriors. Pocket 5. Martin can move his feet.
If you cut from the...
As an assistant.
He's a player's coach. He's a great communicator, and he's always got time for you. Really approachable. You can
see beat the Spurs today as well. So good for the Thunder.
And you need those games every now and then just to get a win, keep everybody feeling good. Short floater and a half.
Jordan Poole flipping that in. No, the quick thing in sport, fire the coach. Well, like you said, structurally, you're not changing the roster or giving the coach time to develop the roster.
Yeah, you can't just expect things to change with a new coach coming in right away. You got to give him some time.
Monty Brooks missing that 3. Damian Lee, a good look, but shot it long. And that is with 8.5. Do you have to bring Steph or Draymond or Wiggins back in? Because you have the Atlanta Hawks and Trae Young and Bogdanovich and Clint Capella and John Collins and Cam Reddish and DeAndre Hunter and Gallinari and Lou Williams. I mean, this Hawks team coming tomorrow night, resting today. That back-to-back is going to be among the most difficult games the Warriors will play to the beginning part of the season.
Well, I'm going to try to do my job. I'm going to take Gallo out tonight and really mess him up, and then hopefully he's not ready to play tomorrow. Did you see
your former teammate, Danilo Gallinari?
Did you see Porter spike that one off the glass?
He did.
And then stare at him afterwards?
Otto Porter's always been a reasonable defender, but I think he's having fun with that. And he's even a better shooter than I ever remembered.
And he looks bouncy.
Well, I think you just hit on it. The fact that Otto Porter's healthy. How good does he feel that he's been healthy after having the foot injury that really kind of clogged him down the last 2 seasons?
He's been anxious to show how he can be really dynamic as a player when he's healthy.
Speaking of Porter, grabbing the rebound and pushing into the front court.
Yes.
Jordan Poole thought about it. Now the step back 3. And Moody fighting for that rebound.
Did you see how that cut, how they had to collapse on that cut to give him that opening? I know he got back out there, but...
See, that's pretty good defense, but that's way better offense.
He can shoot. Brooks can shoot. That's one thing scouts love about it.
JTA, the naked ATO. After timeout, Steve Kerr one more time.
The naked handoff works every time, it's like.
I call it the naked one instead of the fake handoff or the non-handoff. I'm just trying to make it distinctive.
Yeah, I would go with fake.
Jason Tate, that left hand is something else. He knows who he is. He's just getting better and better in year 2.
Expanding his game. What'd you work on this offseason? He's got a lot of things he can say.
Wiggins throwing that one away. So Brooks had missed 4, made 1, and then missed that 3.
He hung too long on that one. Shot that one on the way down.
And you always talked about the longer you're in the league, you learn to shoot it more like a set shot, right?
Got to use those legs.
JTA, somehow Moody was in the corner. And Moses shot it a little long.
He was trying to pass it back to Juan Toscano on the other side.
Okay.
Yikes!
Porter Jr. had gone in for a thigh contusion. Kevin Porter, I should say, not Otto Porter, who continues to play. But he is done for the game. This is the back end of a back-to-back for Houston, and they've kind of run out of gas here in the second half.
I love them letting Wiggins get some more run here. Go to work.
And Andrew is fouled.
Just post him up. They weren't taking no for an answer. Pass it back out. Give it right back to him. Go.
You just look up at Andrews, got 14 points again. Played the usual good defense, been super solid all game.
Just punch the clock, show up.
Andrew Wiggins has missed all of 2 games as a Warrior.
And you gain a reputation with your teammates. We know that guy's going to be here.
Well, Steve Kerr sat him. Remember, it was the game they were resting everybody in advance of the play-in.
Wiggins missing there. It's like pulling teeth to get him to not play.
Well, JTA went over the back with the foul. Every team in the league has 2 losses except for the Dubs. So trying to make it 8-1. And when you get off to a good start, and sometimes the momentum just continues to build.
Well, that's what we're talking about, building good habits in these games where you know you're supposed to win. So when you play the good teams, you keep going.
Porter missing that 3. Shots have stopped falling a little bit in the 4th.
It's not easy to break a habit. You got to win. That's what you want.
Monty Brooks just continues to fire, and when he's on, he can be dangerous, but he's been clanking some 3s tonight, 1 of 7.
But the way the Warriors move tonight, I don't care how good the team is defensively, they're going to have a tough time dealing with that. All those cuts, the great screening from guards, it's a lot to think about.
Juan missing that. The other thing that happened in the second half is after a game's worth of fouls, 17 in the